situation. Let's get into this Rush Hour 4. Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, Donald Trump. Yeah, man, we've been hearing rumors for this for a decade. They've been talking about Rush Hour 4 for the longest, right? Jackie Chan is 71, y'all. 7-1. 7-1. Chris Tucker still looking good for his age. But he really hasn't made a movie since necessarily. He's been in some stuff, but he hasn't like really starred in a role. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what it feels like. Since the last time I checked, it just feels like he hasn't really done anything. But suddenly, this movie is greenlit. Rush Hour 4, suddenly just out of the blue, man. Out of the blue, greenlit. Rush Hour 4. Why? 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 Now, according to these wild reports from Forbes, it's not because of it's like a great script or anything, right? Nah, man. It's because old Dunny boy, the orange man himself, President Trump, allegedly, personally, asked Paramount leadership to make it happen. To make it happen. So, we got to get into this. Got to get into it. Start from the tizop. Says Rush Hour 4 is in development after Trump reportedly asked Paramount leadership for it. So he out here just asking for favors. He wants Rush Hour. Why? I don't know why that would be his go-to. Let's get Rush Hour 4 cracking, right? I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? It says new Rush Hour movie is in development almost 20 years after the franchise's trilogy was complete, according to multiple reports, setting up a return to theaters following a direct request from President Donald Trump, reportedly made to Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison for a new installment of the Buddy Cop series. Now, why? I mean, Jackie Chan 71. Not saying he can't still kick ass. I'm pretty sure he still gets busy. Pretty sure he still gets busy. But do we? I mean, y'all let me know. Do we need a Rush Hour 4? Do we need a Rush Hour 4? They've been holding up the 4, talking 4 for the longest, right? A Rush Hour. They've been talking about a Rush Hour 4 for the longest, man. I just don't know if we really need old ass Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, who ain't really done nothing. Oh, when was that? When did that movie even come out? What was that? 2004 or something like that? 05, Rush Hour 3. It's been a minute, right? It has been a minute. Do we really need that? You know what I'm saying? So these are the key facts right here. Rush Hour 4 in development with Paramount as distributor. Variety reported noted Rush Hour trilogy director Brett Ratner. Brett Ratner? Brett Ratner? Who's directing a career with somebody Me Too allegations with directors. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not only are they bringing Rush Hour 4 back, but they going to get Brett Ratner back too? We got to be in the Twilight Zone. Something is crazy. Something is up, man. Brett Ratner. So this news comes 2 days after Semaphore reporter Trump personally pressed Ellison to revive Rush Hour. Personally. Like what? I mean, why does Trump like Rush Hour? What is it about Rush Hour that Trump likes? I think we got to figure that out. We got to do like a deep dive on why does Trump like what is it about Rush Hour 4 for the great Cheeto himself to want what is I'm tripping. I don't know, man. I do not know what is going on, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Bring Brett Ratner back. Let's bring 71-year-old Jackie Chan in the building. Let's get it cracking. Said Paramount will get a flat distribution fee to release Rush Hour 4 in theaters. Variety first reported noting Warner Brothers will get an undisclosed cut of box office revenues before financiers recoup the cost. The franchise has historically starred Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, who have teased the fourth installment for years and are now 71 years old and 54 years old, respectively. And Chris Tucker is 54, Jackie Chan is 71. Lee can't still be working as a police officer, right? Is Lee still a Chinese detective or whatever it is, still working? They got to be like private detectives now, right? Private eyes and things like that. They got to be, right? It just don't make sense. 71 years. I'm kind of intrigued. I want to see how they pull it off. I am kind of intrigued. Says Forbes ripped out the Paramount sky for a comment. Let's see. Says Ratner is also director behind an upcoming documentary about First Lady Melania Trump. There we go. Some dots is connecting. Some dots is connecting. Ratner is behind an upcoming documentary about First Lady Melania Trump and her in the 20 days leading up to the 2025 presidential inauguration. Amazon has reportedly shelled out $40 million for the film to be made. So Brett Ratner is out here working, and he seemed to be in Trump's pocket. I mean, hey, I guess that's how you get back into, you know what I'm saying, into the biz. The co-stars have teased Rush Hour installment for years. In 2018, Tucker said on ESPN podcast the plug the movie was happening, adding this is going to be the one. The rush of all the rushes. He also told Atlanta radio station V103, salute to them, in 2023 that Rush Hour 4 was on his agenda because I love working with Jackie. Chan suggested he was still open to a new installment this year, telling Screen Rant, hurry up. Otherwise, Chris Tucker and me will be 100 years old. We'll be old men doing Rush Hour. Y'all are old men doing Rush Hour, Jackie. You 71, cuz. What are you talking about? We're going to be old, 100 years old. Y'all old men now. But I'm intrigued. Bring it on, man. Bring it on, cuz I want to see this. I want to see how y'all pull this off. 71. Jackie, I know you still got it, but 71, Jackie? Damn, son. That is crazy. That is crazy. 850 million. That is how much money the Rush Hour franchise has grossed globally, according to Box Office Mojo. All three films were profitable, exceeding their budgets by tens of millions of dollars. So, I mean, that's in the plus. Seems like people want to see it, right? Seems like people. Well, we don't know. Let me not say people want to see it because it's still yet to be determined whether people still want to see it. But history has showed us that this is a franchise that might be worth reviving, going back to, right? Could be worth going back to. The request for another Rush Hour is not the first time Trump has used his power as president to make seemingly personal requests of a large company. Coca-Cola said this summer it would launch a new version of its flagship drink with cane sugar instead of corn syrup. Days after Trump said he talked to the company about using real cane sugar and Coke in the United States, saying the ingredient is just better. Trump's push for cane sugar came as his Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. launched an effort against artificial ingredients and diet. Hey, I'm with that, man. Bring the cane sugar back. Bring the real. I was just talking to my homeboy today about how food taste has changed, and it hasn't changed for the better. And when you really get down and start looking at why the taste has changed, it's because we've added all these additives and artificial ingredients to stuff that don't necessarily need it. So yeah, let's move away from the corn syrup. Let's throw the cane sugar back on and see what's good. I say do that. I say do might add a couple, you know what I'm saying? Some extra years to our lives by swapping something like that out. So, but yeah, man, what do y'all think? Trump wants Rush Hour 4 back for some reason, right? He wants Jackie Chan, 71-year-old Jackie Chan, and 54-year-old Chris Tucker to get back on the saddle. You know, Carter and Lee back at it again. Carter and Lee back at it again. We down for that? Are y'all down for that? Because like I said, I'm intrigued. I don't know if I'm necessarily rushing to the movies to see this, but I'm intrigued. Then I'm also intrigued about how they're gonna present Brett Ratner as the director, and will people be welcoming him with open arms after his controversy? I forgot what did Brett do. Brett did some crazy shit. What did he do? What did Brett? I need to know. Let me see. Says So Brett Ratner was accused. 6 women came forward, detailing various incidents of alleged sexual harassment and assault in private homes, on movie sets, or at industry events. Natasha Henstridge said Brett Ratner forced her to. Okay, Olivia Munn, Elliot Page, and other women, including former fashion stylists and background actors, to also describe inappropriate conduct and comments. So if Brett Ratner show back up in the game, I know for one, Elliot Page, you know how he gets down. I almost say it's she. You know how he gets down now. He is very outspoken on certain things. Natasha Henstridge, I ain't seen her in a minute, but Olivia Munn, she still is a worker in the game. You know what I'm saying? She's still out here doing things in Hollywood. So I don't know. I don't see Ratner being welcomed with open arms. That's gonna be a difficult one for me. But yeah, man, y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about Rush Hour 4. Y'all checking for it? Y'all want to see Carter and Lee back together? I need to see the script. I need to at least know what uh what the capacity is like. What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? I really need to know how they gonna pull this off. I really need to know how they're gonna pull this off. This is hearing this kind of blew my mind, man. It really blew my mind hearing this. But hey, you know, why not? Why not? Let's greenlit it. Let's greenlit it. Let's greenlight it and make it happen. Let's greenlight it to make it happen, man. But we got inflation, geopolitical tension. The priority, but the priority at the White House is getting male-driven movies back in line. Trump in the White House, like, where is my rush hour for? I need my rush hour for. That is crazy, man. And like I said, I love Rush Hour, but are we now entering into state mandated blockbusters? You know what I'm saying? That's really what you got to think about it. Is the Department of Defense going to be are going to start funding military led movies, or not saying that they don't sometimes, because they do, but are they going to start, like Bad Boys 5 is now, Department of Homeland Security is in the credit somewhere. That's crazy work, man. That is crazy work. And just the Brett Ratner alone is really what's throwing me off, because I just don't understand how they pull that off. I don't see how they pull that. The controversy behind Brett Ratner. I don't know. This new Hollywood though. The president now is in charge of Hollywood. I guess he wants a sequel. President gets a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Is he? Look, Trump. Can we get a Friday? Can we get another Friday? Can you mandate that, an executive order demanding Friday 4 to come out, or the Friday after next, whatever we calling it? Can we do that? Matter of fact, Trump, do this. Do me this favor, Trump. Since you're out here demanding movies to be made, can we get Blade, bro? Can we get Blade? Can you demand that? Can you make a mandate for Blade to happen? Can we do that? Can we recast T'Challa, Trump? Huh? Can we recast T'Challa? Can you do an EO for that? Man, that's that is crazy. That is crazy. Trump out here just, what don't he got his hands in as the president? Now, what don't he have his hands in? That's crazy. But y'all let me know in the comments down below, man, what y'all think. Rush Hour 4, Brett Ratner, Trump in the building. Let's go. Oh man. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down